We're live. Hey, everybody, I'm Jack.
My name's Jake.
This is Live at 5. We are live. It's 5 o'clock. And we're at Island Music Company.
Yes.
What was that? What are you doing over there?
I had to make sure that I actually got it off the screen this time.
You look like you had a bee. You just kind of...
Yeah, no, I was leaning over to look at your screen.
You almost got him. Almost had him. All right, so... we took away my ability to see the live stream in front of me because it was very distracting to me last week.
Yes.
I could not help but stare down at it the whole time. And I kept mirroring myself, and I was just like, what am I doing?
Yeah, so I was trying to make sure I got it off.
Yeah.
So that's quick.
That's good, because otherwise I'd just be sitting there like, all right, so here's this new Taylor. Here's this other Taylor. And then y'all be like, why is he not making eye contact? It's like, I don't know. Who knows? But we have this lovely advertisement down the bottom of the screen telling you that this coming Tuesday, September 10th at 5 p.m., is our Taylor Guitars 50th Anniversary Showcase event. And what's really cool about this is Donnie Rod, our Taylor District Regional Sales Manager. Every company uses a different title, you know? Some companies will be like, here's our regional sales manager, here's our district sales manager, here's our territory rep. You know, everyone's got a different title.
Here's our contact.
Yeah. So Donnie Rod is the salesperson for our region, for our area. He handles our Taylor account, so to speak. That's probably he's our sales rep. He is who we talk to when we need to restock our Taylor guitar inventory. He will be here next week. I don't know if anyone else from Taylor is coming, but Donnie will at least be here. Keith, our store owner, so if you're familiar with iMusic, you know who Keith is. Keith will be the clinic musician for the evening, so he's going to be playing all the guitars that Donnie's talking about, and which is cool because lately, these last few events, I've been running around organizing everything. I've been putting it all together, putting it all up. But once the event starts, I'll be able to be like out on the sales floor.
Sit back and relax.
Kinda. I'll be able to be out on the floor talking guitars, putting them in your hands, helping you find what you're looking for, which is great because that's one of my favorite things about this job. And lately with all the events we've had, I've been in charge of running the events, so I haven't had the ability to do that as much as I'd like in the past. So I'm excited to be able to do that again on this event. Again, that's the Taylor 50th Anniversary Showcase. Part of that is behind me is a ton of Taylor guitars. And unfortunately, because of the way they're angled and the way the lights are set up, some of these are looking real shiny. Jake, when I show the guitars, is it too much of a problem to put the thing back on the screen down here?
You mean that thing?
Yeah, so then that way I can at least kind of tilt the guitar and I know what the gloss and the glare looks like so I can kind of show the guitar as cleanly as possible.
Okay, do you just want to keep it?
Yeah, just leave it.
Okay.
That's fine. I won't look at it too much.
Hopefully.
So what I wanted to do this afternoon, this afternoon, whatever you want to call it, is I want to highlight what we offer from Taylor. There's a lot more in stock than what's on the wall behind me. But what I want to do is I want to go everything from the GS Mini series all the way up to, I have a Builder's Edition 814. Worth noting that outside of those, we probably have 4 or 5 different types of GS Minis in stock. I have a 914, a regular 814, both CEs. We have a presentation series. We have custom built. We have limited edition guitars that were exclusive to previous sales events. We do have some guitars that are in stock where the finishes aren't available anymore. We have special limited edition models from more recent current things. We have the Academy series featuring things like nylon. You don't see a ton of nylon strings from Taylor. And then just your standard GS Mini, one of the top selling guitars of all time. So I want to just do a brief highlight and kind of touch all these different models, all these different things that we offer, just to kind of give you an idea of what to expect. However, the main point of me doing this is I want you to be familiar with what we have and maybe talk about something you're interested in, because then when you get here next week, you already know what you're looking for, or you have an idea of what you're looking for, and it just helps us put that building block, that foundation of getting you a guitar. We good?
I just realized that didn't pop up.
Are we still live or no?
No, we're still live.
Oh, okay.
But the chat message didn't come through.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It did on my end.
Oh, is there a message?
Yeah.
Oh, I have something on my screen.
That's not it. Dan was saying that we needed to adjust our volume. Couldn't hear.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure which volume that is though.
Oh,
They-
maybe my
so-
mic. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep moving. If you guys have questions, comments, or anything that needs adjusted, throw it in the comment section there. We'll get it. Jake, am I able to get the preview to come back up?
Yep. Give me a second.
Cool.
And there it is.
All right, so we're going to start with arguably one of the best guitars of all time and one of the top selling guitars of all time. This is the GS Mini from Taylor. This is in a mahogany finish. It's a mahogany top guitar. What's great about these GS Minis is for as small as they are, as lightweight as they are, and for as affordable they are, they give you a very full, resonant, full-bodied sound. And I said full and full-bodied, but full-bodied is more so what I meant. The shorter scale comes with a nice durable GS Mini travel bag. These guitars are phenomenal for anyone who just needs something to sit at home. They want to pick it up next to the bed, in the office, from the living room. They want to take it on the road. Maybe you travel a lot. Maybe you're just going on vacation. Maybe you want something you can just take with you to the, like vacation-wise, take it to the beach. Take it on your hiking trip. Something you can just throw in the car real quick, run to an acoustic rehearsal at a friend's house. Just something real quick, simple, and easy, but without sacrificing tone, quality, and overall the playability of a guitar. This is where you go. This is the GS Mini. They are available in all kinds of all types of colors and configurations when it comes to tone woods. We have a few here in stock right now that are special for the 50th anniversary. And where this one is purely acoustic, the special editions that I have in stock feature the ES2 system that you would find in your 100 series at Up Guitars. So they're worth noting, worth checking out. This is the GS Mini series. We have a limited edition with, I believe, a quilted Sapele body. And we have the 50th anniversaries. And I think I even have a GS Mini Koa in stock as well, which is really nice. Gorgeous guitars. Moving up from the GS Minis, and similar in that same area as the standard GS Mini, you have the Baby Taylors. I have the big Baby Taylor in stock, but I didn't see any of the regular babies in stock, so I didn't grab any of those to talk about. But very similar to the GS Mini as far as playability and quality goes for such a small, affordable guitar. The Academy series is where you start getting into some different features that kind of set things apart. The Academy series have the beveled armrest here. So for anyone who's just learning instructional-wise, it's nice to have that armrest because if you're not used to having the edge of a guitar digging into your arm, it's nice for that comfortability sake. Since it's a classical guitar, nylon strings, a little bit of a wider neck, slotted headstock. Taylor offers a few models with classical configurations, nylon strings, so to speak. You can find them on the 112, the A12. They just recently changed up the 200 line, so I cannot, for the sake of me, remember if they have a 200 series classical at the moment. The Jason Mraz signature, I believe, is classical. And they make some special limited editions throughout the years and different things, but the classicals from Taylor are always really nice. The Academy series, they feature a Lutz spruce top and a walnut body, and that really helps to bring down some of the overall cost on some of these things, because if this were to be, a full-blown solid Sitka spruce top, and if we went into like Sapele or even moved into like mahogany, that price would come up just a bit. But using the Lutz spruce, the walnut body helps keep it in a nice, easy, affordable price range. So you get a nice Taylor nylon string guitar, really for under $1,000.
Which classical were you trying?
This is the Academy. I couldn't remember. Taylor's recently modified the 100 and 200 series, so I couldn't remember if they had the nylons as a current model.
At least on their website, I do see a 200.
Okay.
It's a 214 CE.
Cool. Yeah, that one's been around a while. I just couldn't remember if that was something that made it through the new lineup or not.
It's there, so.
There we go. All right, let me double check my order of things here, make sure I'm in the right path. All right, this is a 114 CE The 100 series. The model numbers, if we haven't really, I don't think we talked about it in this episode yet. I like these labels in it. They did the labels different a couple years ago. They're really nice. So if anything with a 4,
it is easier.
yeah, anything with a 4 at the end of it, as the numbers go, 114, 214, that 4 means it's a grand auditorium shape. The 2 makes a grand concert. And I'll break it down as we go forward. But I think most of the things I have up here are grand auditorium, minus the things we just talked about, and then one other guitar I'll get to. Taylor's bread and butter is the grand auditorium guitar. They make a lot of phenomenal guitars in other shapes, but this grand auditorium is a phenomenal design from Taylor because it gives you the playability of a smaller concert-sized guitar, but also of a fuller-bodied dreadnought-sized guitar. So it allows you to get the precision, the finger picking, the playability of something quick and easy, but it also allows you to strum hard and get the full, deep, resonant tones that you would like from some more strumming styles. The 114C I'm holding here is a nice sunburst finish, torrefied spruce top, walnut body, ES2 electronics. It comes with a structured soft case from Taylor. The 114 CE, in my own personal opinion, is one of the better guitars they get into if you're starting to gig and play seriously. Everything from the electronics on the guitar to the construction, the playability of the guitar, to the neck shape from Taylor, everything about it is a comfortable playing guitar, and it's a really nice step forward if you're looking to play serious, start gigging out more. So if you're looking for that next guitar to start gigging with, the Taylor 114 series is a phenomenal piece to really take that first step towards serious playability. While we're on that train of thought is gigging and getting out there more, I've always thought the 214 CE Deluxe to be like see, this is why I'm looking down. I need to make sure. This one's very glossy, so it's going to reflect a lot of the lights here in the shop.
And the screen.
Because we just have some big LEDs right in front of us. So the 214 CE Deluxe is... It's funny, whoever made the sign for this guitar, the very first thing on the sign says gloss top. If you couldn't tell.
No, I couldn't tell it was gloss at all.
It's a nice glossy finish. The whole guitar is gloss, so I don't know who made that sign, but that's a little redundant. This is funny. This was a limited edition model they made in a finish called Shark Gray. What I love about the 214 CE Deluxe guitars is that the bracing on the inside is upgraded. So instead of it being a Sitka spruce bracing, it's an Adirondack spruce bracing. You have upgraded tuners with nicer ratio on the gear tuners. Comes with a hard case, Sitka top. I believe they're still, they might be Walnut or Sapele. They might have changed that when the series changed, but they used to be Sapele. But I'm wondering now if it's also Walnut, like most of the other guitars.
Which one is that?
214 CE Deluxe. That one I'm drawing a blank on, just because Taylor has recently shifted from Walnut to Sapele to Walnut to Sapele to Walnut. Some of the 200 series, I believe, were using a laminate rosewood for a while, so that also might be the case for the Deluxe. And they come out with a few special limiteds. Okay, we have a 224 CE over there, which is Koa. Very nice guitar. It's going to be a little bit chimier in sound, but still have a full-bodied response, which is really cool about Koa. But yeah, the 214 CE Deluxe. I can't remember off the top of my head what bodywood that model has because they've changed things up a little bit.
The one that I'm seeing at the moment is rosewood.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Still rosewood. Cool. And rosewood is nice, especially for the singer-songwriter, because as a tone wood, rosewood's going to have a well-balanced low and a well-balanced high, but there's a little scoop in there for the mid-range. So if you are a vocalist, the guitar with rosewood, especially something as well as a companion for a singer-songwriter such as that scoop in the mid-range is going to give you a lot of room to grow and to expand vocally into what you're playing. So, something to consider. This guitar here is limited edition. It's from an event we had here at the shop a while back. But sometimes things just kind of fall through the cracks and they kind of get tucked away and you don't forget about them, but, out of sight, out of mind. This is the Taylor 412 limited edition. It is a 12 fret guitar, so it's a little bit shorter scale. It's a cutaway, and what's really cool about this guitar and super limited about it is this was essentially the 400 series before the current 400 series. The current 400 series from Taylor is rosewood body, sunburst top. This was kind of the precursor to that. This came out as a limited edition model, and then the current lineup fell afterwards. What I like about this guitar a lot, especially from a Taylor's perspective, you don't see many Taylor guitars that are 12 fret and have a cutaway. Usually a good tell from a guitar from Taylor, if you're looking at it, it's a 12 fret, is you're going to have the upper contour here, but you're also going to have a slotted headstock. But this guitar breaks some of those boundaries, makes things just a little different, and you still get the rosewood body, amazing striping in the grains there. The sunburst looks really good, but what's nice about this guitar is because it's a 12 fret, there aren't many 12 fret guitars that play this well, that give you access to the higher octaves and register because of the cutaway. And I know what you're thinking. It's a 12 fret, it's a smaller body, it's a smaller neck. I need that resonance. Why is there a cutaway? Well, here's the big trade secret that a lot of guitar builders probably don't tell you, but Taylor loves to make this known. This here, this taking away this upper bout on the treble side of the guitar does virtually nothing as far as resonance and tone goes. Come in and see me, and I'll point it out to you. I don't have an extra microphone to show you, but come into the Taylor event and I'll show you. Well, I'll tap on a guitar one side, tap on the other side. I'll tap on a guitar with a cutaway. You won't really hear a difference. So it doesn't really affect your tone all that much. And I know some people are going to disagree with me, but sorry, I've been doing this for a third of my life. Like, I hold more guitars in a day than some people do in a week or a month. I think I know my guitars.
I would hope so.
This guitar is very nice. I pulled it out of the case to set it up for the show, and I just thought, man, I forgot we had this guitar.
Yeah, I remember.
And I started playing it, and I was like, oh man, how did I forget we had this guitar? You know, this is a phenomenal piece. This is really cool, especially for like, I think it works out really well that it's the third one I'm talking about here because as I'm talking about it, from that gigging perspective, it's really nice because that smaller body, the shorter scale, it's an easy guitar to hold for 3 to 4 hours and not really wear yourself down. Even if you're sitting down with it, it's a nice, comfortable guitar to sit with. You're not, your arms in closer here, so you're not really bulked out holding a huge guitar or anything like that. And because it's that classic pairing of Sitka spruce top and a nice solid rosewood body, that guitar, it sings so well. There's just such great tone that comes from this. You should come by it before I do. I'm sitting here contemplating.
I knew it. I knew it.
I'm sitting here contemplating. I was like, oh man, do I tell you to come buy this guitar? Should I sit here and say, come into our Taylor Showcase event next week and check out this guitar?
I knew you were going to say
if someone wants to buy it for me, that's cool too.
I think I should make a bingo card.
We should do Live at 5 bingo.
That whenever we say something that we normally do, you just check it off.
And we'll have to keep track of it in-house because we would know what would be said. But we should do a Live at 5 bingo so anyone can do it at home. Right? Am I getting too far ahead of myself?
Hey, I mean, at this point, we have enough that they normally say this.
Yeah, I've got enough things that are said on here. I might come up with this. Don't let me forget this because I know that we're gonna end this show, and then tomorrow someone's like, "So are you gonna do bingo?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" But no, I need someone to. That's how it's gonna go. I'm gonna climb up in the warehouse. I'm gonna put this guitar away, so I stop looking at it. And tomorrow, someone's gonna come into the store and be like, "So last night on Live at 5, you were talking about doing a Live at 5 bingo," and I'm gonna sit there and be like, "Was I? Did I say that? I'm not gonna remember." But here's my idea right now, right? And we'll recap this later. Live at 5 bingo. We ready?
Ready.
We're gonna have to keep track of this in house because we don't need Joe Schmo to walk into the store and say, "Oh no, you said these 5 things." No. We keep track. We're on top of it. But I think if I do a Live at 5 bingo, right?
Mm-hmm.
If if you manage to get bingo in one episode, remember, we're going to keep tracking your house. So there's no way you can come in and lie because we're going to keep track of it in a house.
Yeah.
And I don't ever really say all 5 catchphrases. Can you call them catchphrases?
Well, I
They're
mean,
more moments.
I mean, that one is every episode.
That happens a lot.
That's the center. That's the center right there. It's guaranteed.
But maybe I'll do like a 5% off because live at 5. It's not much, but it's live at 5. If you get bingo, you get 5% off. But you gotta buy from me. Like, you can't go to another salesperson in the store and be like, "Oh, I got bingo," and they're gonna be like, "What are you talking about?"
What?
Because they don't know what happens up here. All they do is see me scrambling around the store all day Thursday, grabbing guitars and figuring out which ones.
And trying to run off stage.
Jake
as fast
is
as I
my
can.
witness. Most days, I don't know which guitars we're talking about until about 3 o'clock.
Yes.
Sometimes, I think one time we put a guitar up here like 4:30, 4:45. It's just how it goes.
I would say that's 95% because there's some guitars that you do know that you were already going to bring like
This is
days
true.
before. So I
And
would say 95.
And sometimes I change my mind. I think 4:30 I was rearranging everything up here. I was like, ha, 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 ha. All right, we're getting so far off base, right?
And there's another bingo right there is off target.
Oh no, that's 1 square. That's the free space. All right, because that one you know is gonna happen. That's the free space.
So two knowns.
You get two knowns and a free space. Look, you got 3 of them. Every week you're guaranteed to get 3 spots. Right? Think about what would form what others, because what do you need for bingo? You need, is it 20? No. How many spaces are in bingo? Is it 25?
I have no clue.
I think it's
we'll figure it out.
25. You gotta do 5 across, 5 down. I think it's 25. 25. Do we do that many things on the show? All right. So the 400 series is a phenomenal gigging monster of the guitar. So if you think about it, 114 CE is the entry level to gigging.
It is 25.
Knew it. So we're gonna go from the 114 CE as your entry level to like, this is my gigging guitar. You're gonna upgrade. You can trade in your 114 CE, buy a 214 CE Deluxe, get a hard case, get stronger, better output and sustain from the upgraded bracing pattern on the guitar. And then you can move up to the 400 series. You're gonna get a full gloss body, rosewood body, solid Sitka spruce top. Also, totally escaped my mind, 300 series and up. I think even the American Dream series, yes. The American Dream and the 300s are real close together. But once you start moving up, you get into the V-class bracing. Volume, tone, everything's just rounded out, projected better, sounds great. So if you can, I recommend gigging US-made Taylors with that V-class bracing. It's the chef's kiss of tone, sustainability, just everything you would need. There are other lines of guitars after the 400 series, because if you haven't caught on yet, it's all numerical. So it's going to be the 400 series, the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 presentation. So
My favorite number. My absolute favorite number.
exactly. But we have some things like our custom built guitar. This is our very own Taylor 15th anniversary model for Island Music. And I'm trying to say that very clearly because this is a 15th anniversary model for Island Music Company, but next Tuesday is Taylor's 50th anniversary. This guitar here is really cool because it's not something you see a lot of. This was designed and built with old growth walnut. And what's nice about old growth walnut is you can see the spacing opens up a little bit more between the pores and the grain of the wood, allowing it for more texture to the tone, more variability in sound. Walnut, to me, is one of the best tones out there for guitars. I'm surprised more people don't build with it. It's a very transparent tone wood. There's no masking it. There's no coloring it. Walnut's going to give you everything you need. But it really works best when you get a guitar that's all walnut. This one's one of my favorites. I love that blonde streak down the middle. That's just a nice aesthetic thing for myself. But what makes this custom is we're getting into finer details. Like this has maple binding along the edges of the body. the rosette in the middle, the inlays. It's kind of modeled after a 400 series guitar when you get into the details of it. But all the walnut, the maple binding, phenomenal guitar. This is a wonderful studio piece, really. You can take it out and gig if you like, but this is one that, this is one you could definitely boast about in your studio space, your rehearsal space. That walnut's going to sound great in front of some microphones. The Taylor ES2 system is a phenomenal preamp system. I'm not taking that away from them. But old growth walnut in itself, throw a nice condenser microphone in front of it, throw 2 or 3 in front of it, one out in the distance, one in the sound hole, one up on the 12th fret.
The ES2, I mean, it's been their workhorse forever.
I mean, the ES2 is so good, there's a reason they're putting it into their limited edition GS Minis. It's a phenomenal piece, and people love to take advantage of it. What we're going to get into here, and I have other models very much like this, but one of the nicest things Taylor has done and continues to do is the Builder's Edition. This here is an 814 CE from the Builder's Edition. This has a nice bevel in the Venetian cutaway, chamfered edges all around. This has the beveled armrest, kind of like on the Academy series we talked about. So it's kind of funny how like the Academy and then the Upper Dog also has the beveled armrest in there. You're getting your upgraded Taylor Goto tuners. What's really cool about this guitar is you have so many different intricate ways of craftsmanship on this guitar that are really hard to show on here. But if you come into the shop on Tuesday for the event, or anytime, but come into the event on Tuesday, we can really show you the intricacies of how there's these thin lines of maple running everything around the headstock, down the neck, around the body. Wood pick guard, gorgeous guitar. This one, what's really nice compared to the regular 814 CE, our 814 CE has a Sitka spruce top. This one has a Adirondack. Adirondack is just a stronger spruce, so better volume, tone, sustain, all that's going to come from that guitar right there. It's unmatched. The 814 CE Builder's Edition. You used to be able to call things the Cadillac of something, but now I feel like you have to call them the Tesla, but specifically not the truck.
Oh, I was going to say the truck.
No, that's the Tesla truck version of a guitar is still sitting in the acoustic room. We're not even going to talk about that. I'll tell you later. Or if you come into the store, I'll tell you. If I'm not putting that out there. It's not a Taylor, I'll tell you that. It's not a brand I've ever proudly talked about on our live stream.
I wonder, I'm curious on what manufacturer you're talking about. We'll talk about that.
I'll never say it here. I'll tell you later. If you want to know, you can come in. I'll even show it to you. But another really cool thing about Taylor guitars that we can get into and discuss is their sustainability efforts. And this is one of the things that sets them apart from so many other people. Taylor owns an ebony mill in Cameroon. Taylor has been experimenting with different types of tone woods that are coming close to, things that are just maybe potentially being overforested, so they find alternatives to it. We saw it a few years ago when they started using Chamel ash or urban ash, which was taken from trees right in the state of California. That's how they had things like the GTE urban ash. I think they did a 200, maybe a 300 series in the urban ash. They did a Builder's 314 CE2's urban ash. I have a watch that Taylor partnered with a watchmaking company, and it has urban ash on it. Then you get into things like, I can see the guitar, but I can't remember the name of the wood. But they've been experimenting with things like this for a little bit now. And it's in their conservation efforts to increase sustainability for guitar making. Things like in the state of Hawaii, you can't legally harvest koa unless a tree naturally falls over. You can't just go out and cut it down. That's not a Taylor initiative, that's just a thing, but Taylor uses a lot of koa, but it's because of that initiative, it's sourced properly, healthy, in the responsible, legal way of doing so. Taylor has all kinds of other initiatives and efforts. You can check it out on their website under their sustainability section. I'm not sure what it's called on their website. I'm just going off the top of my head, off the cuff here. But that's one of the things that kind of stands out for them as well. They also make a lot of slides out of ebony, guitar hangers, things that are made out of ebony because maybe they might have found a piece of ebony on the ground that can't be used for the quality of the fretboards that you would like, or the headstock caps, or the bridges. But you can use them for other things like slides and wall hangers and things of all that nature. So let me check my time here. 5:30. It's about time. So as you can see on the very bottom of the screen, we have our Taylor 50th anniversary showcase Tuesday, September 10th, starting at 5 p.m. You can come in earlier. You don't have, you'll miss the presentation, but you come in early in the day and take advantage of the day. We'll still work with you. I know some people have work schedules and different whatnot and everything. We'll get you squared away. Taylor Guitars, 50th anniversary. Also, congratulations to Taylor on 50 years. That's a very remarkable milestone to make as a company. I think it's very nice. I'm pretty sure there's a 50th anniversary American Dream guitar, which is really nice considering American Dream is the name of the shop that Taylor started in, because that's where they started building guitars before they became Taylor Guitars. Yeah. So very cool. I like the nod to history there. It's, I might not know about history outside of the music industry, but I gotta know what I'm talking about here. All right. I think next week on Live at 5, we're going to do all PRS. Everything from SE and up. Move through some product that we have. So something will... But part of this PRS one, we got a big surprise. When I say big, I mean there's a huge guitar in the back that recently came into stock here that we have not shown, demonstrated, talked about. It just quietly slipped into inventory.
I don't know if I know what that is.
It's a prototype from 1996.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
And that's got a pretty penny on it. You can come in and check it out. But otherwise, catch it next week, Live at 5, PRS Guitars. The week after that, we're going to do Gibson. So we're doing all Gibson episode. SGs, 335s, Les Pauls, acoustics, all that stuff. Talk about some of the nicer things from Epiphone, even some of the other stuff. Actually, we'll probably just do another Epiphone episode because Epiphone has a lot there too. It's kind of hard to do Epiphone and Gibson. I've never done Squier and Fender unless it was that one episode where I had all the tellies. Yeah. And I went from classic vibe to custom shop, So, all right, we're going on tangents again. You can't check that box twice. That's a one check. All right, we're going to come with bingo cards. It's going to take us a couple weeks because I got to think of 25 things that I do on this show. 24, you get a free space. So, thanks for tuning in. We will see you Tuesday at 5 o'clock for our Taylor Guitars 50th anniversary showcase here at Island Music Company. But until then, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Jack.
I'm Jake.
See you next week.
See you.